Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Nujuma. This is the Ritz-Carlton Reserve here in the Red Sea in Saudi Arabia. And I know what you're thinking. Why is Allie standing in front of a green screen in a fake place? I'm not. I'm actually here. This is actually where we're at. And this is our villa. We have a dune beachfront sunset villa. This is the outside, but I'm not going to start the tour out here. I'm just going to be a tease and show you a sneak peek, but let's go inside. And that's actually where I'm going to start the tour. This is the front door right here where you come in, and it's divided into two pods, basically the one bedrooms here and here. And we are in villa number 67. So from the door, you've got this little panel here, and this is the master lights, privacy, and if you want a service in your room, this is what the living room looks like. So Nujuma means star in Arabic, and that's basically what they focus on here at Nujuma. And this is something that you'll note is a real working telescope, because it's the perfect place to see the stars at night. We will 100% be using that tonight. I'm so excited. Here is the kitchen area. It does have a door that closes, but you've got a sink. This is a full refrigerator over here, guys, which is really wild. Like, that's a fridge. And then it also has a freezer down here. I have no idea why they have that, but they do. There's a little oven down here, or microwave, and then a cooktop. And this is also, if you saw my video about the St. Regis, they also have this same type of the Nespresso, but they've got this special like leather covering for it, which is pretty cool. A selection of coffees, the pods, and some teas as well, and then your stuff here for your coffee, cups here, and a carafe up top. And this one here doesn't open. I think that's the hood. It is. All your lights right here, and then you can get some ice and your tea kettle there. This is some mini bar items as well. You saw some things in the fridge as well, mini bar items. And of course, a dishwasher when you have no purpose for a dishwasher. I'm not really sure, to be honest, why they have a dishwasher inside this hotel room, because there's actually no dishes to wash. So I don't know. I guess that's if you do in-room dining or something. Maybe that's the thing. But let's look right here. This is another panel. For control, there is a fan in this room, so you can run the terrace lights, living room, high, medium, and the air conditioning as well. There is a boom box if you want some music, and a nice size TV, which 9 times out of 10 you will probably not be using. This living room is so lovely. It just seems so comfortable, is what the first thing that really gets me. They left us a little note here, and then they also gave us some really sweet gifts here. 0.0% alcohol here, and then we've got some mixed nuts, some cheese, some olives, and some chocolates as a gift as well. Red Sea, so it's shaped like corals, the whole thing. It's really cool, isn't it? So cute. They got a little bench back here too where you can sit. And I have a feeling if we get in-room dining later, that's where we will be sitting to enjoy it. You heard me mention a minute ago that there is a fan in here. That's it right there. And like I said, the telescope is here too. Over here in the corner is a little half bath. If you just need to run in and go to the bathroom real quick from the pool. Look at this pedestal, it's beautiful. Nice commode, and I love the shells on here on this mirror. Look at that. So cool, I love it. Very beautiful. And this whole living room area just feels so homey because they've done touches like this, like absolutely amazing. I think that's a huge thing here is the decor is to make you feel like you're at home and not in a hotel room. So kudos to Ritz-Carlton Reserve on this layout. We're walking into the bedroom here. There is a sliding door here that slides all the way across. And let's just take a moment. Look at this gorgeous room. again, it feels like home. And I think one of the things that they really incorporate here at Nujuma is the Saudi culture, which is one of the things I absolutely am in love with. I mean, look at the textiles, look at the rugs. I mean, everything. The woodwork is just gives you that I'm in Saudi Arabia feeling. But look at this. Absolutely incredible. Another one of those little insect couches over here. And from the bed, this is the view. So you're looking straight out to the ocean right here, to the Red Sea, and the pool and your pool deck. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to spend my morning out here, drink my coffee, nice and easy. But you've got 2 nightstands. You have the panels for operating the lights and all those types of things off of both sides of the bed. So really nice. I love this little chair, wood chair here is super cool. Like I said, these touches, these Saudi touches and this kind of feel for Saudi Arabia is absolutely incredible. There is also a fan in the bedroom as well. It really gets, you know, we're in the desert and you don't think to yourself that it's gonna get hot, that it's gonna get cold, but it does get quite cool in the evenings here. So we've, like I said, we've stayed at a couple other resorts here in the Red Sea, and you actually don't need the air very much because it does get cold at night. So right behind the bed's there, is this desk area here. And you know, you can get some work done here if you want to. I will be doing exactly 0 work here. Here is the tub, but we have the pool outside, so I don't know. I'll see if I end up using the tub or not. I did use it at the St. Regis. We'll see if I end up using it here or not. But this is a really nice tub. It looks like it's small, but it is actually not. Like, I know that my 5'4" self, my legs are not going to reach the other side, but that's okay. It's also really wide too. It's really nice. And then they give you all of these wonderful things here. A loofah, some bath salts, a shower cap, and then you've also got some bath gel and a bar soap. And this looks like it extends, it opens out, so it'll fit when you come over here in the middle section. And then I guess somebody can just hang out and chat with you while you're taking a bath. All right, these are the closets right here. So let's take a look at that. There's a couple interesting things here to point out. First thing, of course, you've got your bag rack, but they've already got our bag over there on a rack. You've got ironing board and an iron. We won't be doing any of those things, so we don't need anything in that closet. Over here, again, we are in Saudi Arabia, and it took me a minute to figure out what these were, but this is actually a prayer rug. And I've noticed this in every single hotel resort that we've been to here in the Red Sea. They have that. So that's really cool. At the St. Regis, we had 2 bedrooms, and each bedroom had its own prayer rug. And then here, look at these drawers. I mean, everything is just done so nice. These are just really luxurious. It's all spread out. Little spots there. Your laundry bag, laundry goodies here. And then your bag here if you need to pack up some extra things. So just really lots of space here. And see how the drawers don't slam. You've got a full length mirror on one door and also on the other door. So that's pretty nice right there. The hangers are really nice, and you've got your shoehorn and your shoe brush as well. Last closet here. I don't want to miss out on this one because this one has something that I've only seen at one other hotel, and I'll show you that in just a second. You've got 3 robes here. These are like a gauze type material, and then this one here is just a regular terry cloth robe. So different ones, and then you've got your slippers down here as well, and nothing down there. In here you've got your shoe shining stuff, but this is the gem. Of course, you've got your safe here, but check this out. Not everywhere are you going to find a Dyson hairdryer with the accompanying pieces to use in a hotel. The only other place we stayed at where they had this was at the Park Hyatt in Bangkok, they had a Dyson hairdryer there as well. As I said, here is the, look at this. They even have a place where you could put your rings and your jewelry right inside of the safe. And notice how beautiful, even the detail here they put on there. So really they pay attention to every little detail when they're working on these. And then you've got a steamer. Again, with our travel attire, we do not need a steamer because the environments we travel to are the natural steamer. Okay, so that's basically the bedroom. And then you've got your curtains, sheer and darkening. But as you'll note, we haven't been to the bathroom yet. We're going there next. So we've got passing the bathtub right there, 2 doors that pull together in the center for the bathroom. Look at these sinks. Hello. Let's have a moment. Again, this fixture, it's giving Saudi Arabia. I really love it. I love how they have integrated that into pretty much everything. Look at this. It feels like it's a waterfall. Drawers are all empty. So you've got lots of storage if you want to store some things. And then they've got some great amenities included here as well. Dental kit, a hairbrush, which you don't usually get. You usually just get the comb, sanitary bag, and a shaving kit. And then you've got your commode in here. Nice commode option. And then if someone wants to accompany you in there as well. I'm not really sure why they have that in there, but this is not just any shower. First of all, this feels like, you know, when you go to the spa and they have those experience showers, this is what this feels like. So look at how huge the rain shower head is. And look at the regular shower head. And then on top of that, they still have a handheld shower wand as well. And note on this side, there's a spray here and there's a nozzle there. You control those right here. And you could really have a wonderful like spa shower in here. Look at these products. Wow. These are Diptyque, which if you've flown Qatar Airways and you've been in business class, you've got that Diptyque beautiful bag. That's what this is here. Shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel, which we love to see, all 3. So that's fantastic. What a gorgeous shower. I mean, you could just sit in there and just really enjoy the shower. It does really feel like the other robe is here in case you were wondering why there was only one terry cloth robe. It's because the other one is here in the bathroom. So that is the inside portion. But now we're going back outside, guys, because there's so much to see out here as well. So let's go on out. And now note too, if you have the door open, the air conditioner will turn off automatically. So you're not wasting, you know, the air. If you have it on, off, it'll control itself. But can we just take a moment for the beauty that is this terrace, this pool, this furniture is incredible. Look at this. Really nice, high quality furniture. Look at this. This is going to be a great place to sit down and do meditation in the morning. I mean, you're listening to the waves. I don't know if you guys can hear it in this video. 2 shades is here, but if you don't want the sun, simply put that umbrella up. And then the water is actually heated, which is amazing. So let me show you. This is where I was standing earlier, right here. And the next dune over is over there. You can kind of see their outdoor shower right there. I'll show you ours in just a minute, but the dunes create privacy for the different villas. But look at this. So the pool is heated. It's gigantic, you guys. There's a nice seat that goes all the way around on this side, here and all the way to there, and then just flat there. And then you've got this shower here. So if you're coming up from the beach, and you want to get yourself cleaned up, you can do that right here. Or if you just want to wash off your feet, there's a wand there as well. And look at this. Now we're going to walk out to the shower, to the actual outdoor shower. And it's right over here. Look at this, guys. This is beautiful. Nice shower out here if you want to shower outside. And they've got the stones down here. Look at that. Wow. Very beautiful. I tell you, they have thought of, I feel like, every single thing that they needed to think of. Now we're going to take a walk down to the beach. So I want you to see what it looks like from here. This is what the actual unit looks like. So it's 2 domes. Remember earlier I mentioned 2 domes. This is the bedroom dome, and then over there is the living room dome. So that's what the outside looks like. And look at just everything they've done is top notch here, guys. It's a Ritz-Carlton Reserve for a reason. Look at that. And so, see, when we talk about privacy, you see almost nothing. I can see, if I look over here, I can see kind of the top corner edge of the one next to us, but you can't see anything else. Like, you don't see people or anything like that. And it's not super busy while we're here, but as I'm turning this way, look at this. I gotta tell you, this water looks incredible as well. And they've got these beautiful mangroves. We've got gorgeous weather, so it's not too hot. You can see a couple of units on this side, the tops. And the rope that they use for these at the top is actually what they use for, like, the fishermen would use. And so, again, that's something that they've incorporated from the local culture. It's just amazing to me. I love when a hotel, especially when it's a brand hotel, you know, that we're familiar with, the big brands, and not a local one. I love when they incorporate the culture, the local culture, because I think it's just way better when they do that. I think it gives you more of a unique experience. And you just feel like, you know, you're really taking in some of the culture, the local culture. See the tower over here that's sticking up? Those are 5G towers, and each of the islands has at least one. Some of them have 2, which is kind of cool, but I'm going to walk down here. And then this property is absolutely incredible. I got to show you guys all of that after we finish this tour, which we're almost done with. But I just wanted you to have this experience coming down here to the water and listening to those waves. I'm going to let you listen to it for just a few moments, and then I'm going to show you the property. All right, as we're heading out to go check out the rest of the property, I wanted to show you what the entrance looks like. So this here is how you arrive. So there's a cart path right here that they drive you in on. And then you walk up, and here's the unit. So this is what it looks like as you're walking up to it. And right to your door. And you use these bracelets. This is your room key. This bracelet I have on is the room key, and that makes things really easy. All right, so let's hop on a buggy and let's go take a tour of this amazing property.
All right, guys, so this is our arrival to Nujuma. We're actually coming from the St. Regis, and because it is a Marriott sister property, they did provide us with a free boat shuttle from St. Regis to Nujuma. It took about 15-20 minutes to get between the two, and once we got off of the transfer boat, our host met us with a nice, cool, scented towel, and it was so lovely. And the property manager also came and said hello. You just feel those White Lotus vibes. They had these delicious date madeleines as well as local coffee. Everything is just wrapped in that Saudi hospitality and Saudi culture. I think that's what makes these properties, the Ritz-Carlton Reserves, so special. This is one of just 9 properties. It is the first Ritz-Carlton Reserve in the Middle East, and one of 9 Ritz-Carlton Reserves in the world. And let me tell you, I mean, the staff here is incredible. They go out of their way. Even this golf cart or kind of caddy that they put us on is just huge for just the 2 of us. It's just private for you, and your host takes you around. Our host was lovely. He took us all around the island and gave us a tour before he took us to our villa. There is no like reception desk. They take you around, give you a tour, and then they take you to your villa. And that's where they actually complete your registration process, which is kind of cool because that way you're not, sitting around in a reception area having to mess around. You basically get greeted and you get right onto the buggy and you start making your way around the island. So you really get a feel for everything. It just feels super exclusive to be here. There aren't, hundreds and thousands of villas. There's the side of the island that has the ones for the Ritz-Carlton Reserve for the guests, hotel guests, and then there are actually residential homes or villas as well, where people have purchased this. Word on the street is a very famous soccer player owns 2 of the residential villas here at the Ritz-Carlton Reserve, Nujuma. And Nujuma, actually pronounced Nujuma, means stars in Arabic, and it is inspired by, of course, the stunning night skies above and the vibrant underwater world below. Nujuma sits on the Ummahat Islands, which is part of the Blue Hole cluster in Saudi Arabia's Red Sea. We had such a great time checking out this property. We visited, you'll note as you watch the video, that there's not a ton of people here. We came here during Ramadan, kind of towards the last couple weeks, I think, like right in the middle of Ramadan, basically. So it wasn't super busy. And the staff I found was very international. There's staff from all over the world, including local staff as well, which I really like, that they had like a mix of all of the different cultures. So it's really cool to just get to chat with all of the staff. Our island host, was actually from India, which we had just been to a couple weeks before. So we had a nice chat about our lovely time in India as well. If you guys haven't seen those videos, make sure you check those out here on the channel. But everything it has ties, like I said earlier, to Saudi culture. Even like you see the ropes on top of this little entrance area, reception or greeting area. The ropes, those are the ones that the fishermen use. So you'll see that in all of these little pods. Everything is kind of set up that way, and it's set up obviously as well to offer shelter from the sun. We were there during a cooler time of the year, but if you come right in the middle of summer, it's going to be pretty toasty. So you'll definitely want these covered places to be able to explore. And now we're going to head over and take a drive around the Overwater villas, and you'll see that each one Overwater villa has 2 little pods. One is the sleeping area and one is kind of the living room area. So each of these pods that you see that has 2 is a 1 bedroom. And if you see 3 or more pods, then it's going to be a 2 or 3 bedroom. So you can see almost all of them have 2. So those are all going to be 1 bedrooms. And then all the way over to the right, you'll see there's ones with 3 pods. But let's enjoy this ride around this little island. I have to say, this water is unbelievable. It just doesn't look real. When you look at it, it just feels so crazy that it's this blue. It's so beautiful in comparison to like the blue sky. See that tower all the way far in the distance? Kind of looks like a cobra sticking its head up, is actually a cell tower. So you had perfect reception out there, and we had absolutely no issues. Even though we were out in the middle of the Red Sea, we had no issues with cell service or even with the Wi-Fi on the property. We made our way over to some of the bar and restaurant areas as well. Again, everything is just so sleek and so nice. I love the beautiful white sand here at Nujuma. It is so soft and I love the dunes as well. As I mentioned earlier during the tour, these are built like this for privacy. And that's, like I said earlier, such a huge key for Nujuma is offering privacy to those that come to their property. We just passed a 3-pod, so that means that's a 2-bedroom. So yeah, this is all about privacy. This one is a 3-pod, also a 2-bedroom. So you'll see all these different ones along the way here, 1 and 2-bedroom ones, and they're right by these are the beachfront ones. So they have 2 kinds, basically just the beachfront and the overwater. We actually, as you saw earlier, ended up at a beachfront one, which with a sunset view, which was an upgrade from our regular villa. So it was nice to have the sunset view. You'll see that in just a little bit. I'll show you what that looks like. It's so stunning. And it's really cool that they give you the telescope in the room so that you can enjoy the night sky as well. This is the outdoor seating area to the bar, which is where we actually ended up having dinner. In a little bit, I'll show you what that looks like. But this is also the main pool area is right by this bar. So from the bar, you can get right into the water here, the beach area. And then there's also the pools. The pools are temperature controlled, which is really nice, because that way it doesn't matter what the temperature is. But look at all those blues. How many different blues do you see here? It's just so pretty. They just really think of everything here. It is a family-friendly resort. We're going to check out the kids and teens area here in just a moment. But this is what the little cabanas look like. Isn't that nice, the way they have that all set up? And it's pretty. Again, you'll note there's like bushes and beautiful flowers and things like that planted right near the cabanas to give you kind of that privacy again. But even look at how nice these crocheted umbrellas are. I can't even imagine how much those cost. Those have to be expensive. I know the crocheted stuff is not cheap. This is what I was talking about earlier. This here is the Kids and Teens Club. And they'll have, as you can see, all kinds of games sitting out there. And then they have a ton of stuff inside. They have video games for the teens. And then like for the children, they have all different types of games as well. And then they have these little stations where they have water and all different types of like sunscreens and tanning oil and different things that you can get. So you don't even have to bring it, which is kind of nice. I mean, look at that. That's wild. They even have like aloe out there too. So this is really nice. And everything again is they're thinking of safety as well. So like this is the entrance to the kids and teens club, one on one side and one on the other. On this side is the kids area, and then they have an outside play area here. And as you can see, it's all covered, and it's keeping them again safe from the sun and not getting too hot while they're outside. There were also some fans out there too. And then this was a beautiful area out here too by the beach. But let's take a little walk around and then we'll take a look at our dinner. All right, from the fitness center, we head over to the spa, and this spa is an award-winning spa, and as you can see, with plenty of reason. It is so beautiful. They're playing beautiful spa music when you come in, and it smells absolutely amazing. You're greeted by a lovely host that comes and lets you know what the options are. It is split between men and women, obviously. And they've got it so in this lobby area, if you go to the right, you end up in the men's area. If you go to the left, you end up in the women's area. But there's lots of things you can do here. Choose out your treatment. You can also make your own scent and different things like that using, again, the local plants and herbs and things like that. So it's really, again, just everything is just so incorporated, and it is just so it's so lovely that they incorporate all of the local things and the culture into everything that they do. That's really what the reserves, the Ritz-Carlton Reserves, are all about anyways, is just incorporating the local cultures into their properties. Again, here's another look at those 5G towers. So again, no problem there. They still, even something like that, like that's just a tower and it just looks so cool. It fits in perfectly with the landscape of the rest of the property. Here we're going to take a ride out. They do have one area where it's overwater bungalows, but he said this is kind of like their backup. So if they ever have any overflow, he said they haven't had to use it yet. Now the property's only been open since, I believe they opened in May of 2024. So it hasn't been open that long. It's only been open for a couple, not quite a couple of years when we were there in 2020, early 2026. But yeah, we just look at that. That's it. That is a hawk, by the way, is taking off right there. So cool. There's a nest out there. Right in the center there, you can kind of see a little thing sticking out. That's actually a hawk's nest. And as you know, that's a big deal in the Middle East. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys enjoy this ride out to these overwater bungalows, and then we're going to go grab some dinner. This dinner was so fantastic. I loved that they cater the meals to whatever it is that you want. We got a mix of things. I saw a lobster roll on the menu and I thought, oh my gosh, I really would love to have a lobster roll. And so I did, and it was fantastic. Rob got the steak and it was unbelievable. He gave me a couple bites of that and I shared some of my fries with him as well. We also got the mezze platter to start with and a nice mocktail. It was just a delicious meal with gorgeous views. Speaking of views, this is what I was talking about earlier. So this is the view from our sunset villa. I sat out here and just was amazed at how beautiful this is. It feels like forever for the sun to fully set. So you could still see a little bit of light for a while. It was probably close to 9:30 or 10 by the time it got late enough to start seeing the stars up in the sky. But boy, that telescope really comes in handy to be able to check out the gorgeous, gorgeous views of that night sky. Not that you can't see it with the naked eye, because you can just look up. It's that clear out there because it's so far away. I mean, it's a 45-minute ride from the land when you take off. So it's a good ways away from the land and there's not really much else around. So it was really beautiful. All right, next morning, our host came and picked us up to bring us to breakfast. And again, everything is just very based in the culture, delicious coffee. And then, of course, you have to sweeten it with a delicious date as well. So that was pretty cool and also very tasty. It's not something I'm used to doing, but it was really, really good. And then the breakfast, gosh, that just deserves a whole chunk unto itself. But look at this beautiful food that they served us. They have everything: cold pressed juices. I got carrot cold pressed juice. It was amazing. The latte was fantastic as well. I got the breakfast mezze, and then I also got some what they call breakfast dessert. I'll show you that in just a moment. Rob got for his breakfast dessert the French toast, and I got the what do they call it? They call these croffles with the fruit on top, and they were absolutely delicious. I could not finish this, and we were going to walk back to our room after breakfast, but my goodness, they fed us so much food that our host actually came back and picked us up anyways, because they don't really want you to trouble yourself with anything. They really just want to give you that full service, everything. They want to be right there and anticipate anything that you may need. Again, as you can see, we had the place to ourselves practically, because again, we were there during Ramadan, and this whole area, this Red Sea project, is so new that there's just not a lot of people that know about it. So hopefully a lot more people will be checking this out, because it is just amazing. It's so beautiful, and the service here at Nujuma is just top notch. We just really enjoyed our stay here. The staff at Nujuma goes above and beyond, and it was just incredible. They have, again, like I said, they try to anticipate any need that you may have. I got up here to walk around and film, and they were like, "Oh, can I get you anything? Are you looking for something?" I was like, "No, I just wanted to film this little area here." They were like, "Oh, okay." So even something like that just seems kind of funny that they just want to make sure, like, "Oh, is she looking for something?" I was like, "No, just wanted to film how pretty it was." But look at that. Just so beautiful. And one last stop before we go is to show you the dive center. This is actually the dive pool. You can get certification here if you like, or just take a practice dive to go out. Of course, they've got gorgeous diving and snorkeling all around the island, so that's really nice. But the staff was absolutely amazing. We loved our stay here at Nujuma and would absolutely 100% recommend it. Absolutely love it. If you want to use your points like we did, you could do that, save them up and use it for a special occasion. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, we'll see you next time.